Hello, fellow members of the Midnight Society. Welcome back to another episode review from the show Are You Afraid of the Dark? Last time, we covered The Tale of the Dream Girl, a Sam story about a teen who starts seeing a mysterious girl after putting on a ring he finds in his work locker. Tonight's narrative, from Kiki, is about two boys who move into a new house where a lot of weird things start happening. Submitted for the approval of the Midnight Society, I call this Season 3, Episode 11, The Tale of the Quicksilver. We open on the gang getting ready for Kiki to tell her tale when Tucker just starts ericking all over the place. Where do I know that tune from? Oh, wait a minute. Nope, I remember. Tucker says that it's a magic flute from his dad's shop that's supposed to make it rain. He says that it doesn't work, but I have to disagree because it is raining hate pretty heavily.
Enough.
This leads into Kiki's preamble where she claims that you never know the power of something magical until it's been tested. She says that magical powers can be used for good, but if you don't know what you're doing, that power can be turned against you. I mean, I'd say that's how all of life works, except I've been bested too many times playing video games by someone just mashing buttons to actually believe that. The tale begins on our main character, Laura, performing a ritual from the book Phantoms, Apparitions, and Magic, which sounds like a bestseller, right up there with Eat, Pray, Love. Wait, is that little Ashley Banks? It is! Oh, what makes this amazing is this is better than just having someone in an episode before they were someone. This is somebody on the episode that people would have recognized at the time, Miss Tatiana Ali. I have to say, I'm pretty excited. Okay, well, I guess that's a wrap on Tatiana, everybody. Enjoy Bel Air, I guess.
Thanks. Now get out.
We cut to 2 years later where a new family is moving into the house featuring our actual main characters, brothers Doug and Aaron. Now, I assume they're moving because their parents are getting divorced or one of them died or... Wait, what the sh**? Is that both parents? And why do they look like they like each other? You see, this is what happens when you hire amateur actors who don't know what show they're on.
What? Why are you screaming?
After a day of unpacking, the boys are sent to bed for school the next day, but Aaron is given a strict warning by his mother.
And no staying up late telling ghost stories either. I mean it, Aaron. Every time you do, you scare your brother half to death.
Okay, I see what's going on here. Real ghost, and no one will believe Aaron because he's always telling ghost stories. But let me throw this one at you, writers. Would they believe he saw a ghost if he didn't tell ghost stories all the time? I'm pretty sure the answer is still no, so it's sort of a moot point and is just taking up runtime on what I can already tell you should be a two-part episode. Sorry. We now return you to your regular programming.
On the only network for you, Nickelodeon.
That night, unsurprising to anyone watching, the boys are awoken by a ghost.
Hey, cut it out!
Cut it out? Do you know how much you have to pay for those vibrating beds in a seedy motel room? Like 50 cents. Enjoy the ride, kid. Enjoy the ride. Each boy thinks it was the other doing it, though they both deny their ability to levitate beds, and while they don't really believe each other, they still seem to forget about what just happened really quickly.
What was that?
Felt like an earthquake.
Nope. Now look, I grew up in Southern California. I've seen an earthquake split a house in two, and I've still never seen a bed get that much airtime from one. I would have been out of that room and sleeping downstairs on the couch or the floor.
Maybe you're just doing it wrong.
The next day at school, Aaron runs into the girl of his dreams.
Sorry.
No problem.
Hey, is that little Ashley Banks? Wait, I already said that joke. What the hell is going on here? Kiki, are you mentally f***ing with me right now? Did she get ghost murdered in the intro or not? I'm asking for a friend. We learn that Tatiana's name is Connie. Aaron is then introduced to his classmates before a number of strange things start happening. Is the ghost a school bully? You know what I haven't done in over 100 years? Mess with a new kid. If only there were one around.
Class, we have a new student joining us, Aaron Johnston.
Excellent. The teacher is not amused.
We don't tolerate comedians in this classroom.
Why do I feel personally attacked right now? Even though the brothers look 4 to 5 years apart, they apparently go to the same school, and later that day when they're going through the hall, they run into Connie, where she and Aaron have a repeat of their classroom introduction.
Ow.
I'm getting a lot of deja vu from this episode. Why is that?
Oh man, sorry.
It's okay.
You guys, you know what this means? It means they're in love. Or at least they will be once Aaron writes a magical story that forces it to happen.
Good evening, Jennifer. I am Count Sean.
Connie admires a necklace that Aaron is wearing, causing him to awkwardly give us an important detail for later.
It was my grandfather's. He was a pilot. It's his wings. They're silver.
That night, Aaron apparently does some shrooms before bed.
Wow. Cool dream.
Hey, ghost or not, the only excuse for that psychedelic effect is drugs. And people said the DARE program didn't work. Kids were using drugs all the time. Whoa. Hello? Yeah? What do you mean that's not what the DARE program was for? I don't know. I didn't pay attention when the officer came around. He was talking about drugs, and I already knew what a DARE was, so I just put 2 and 2 together. Wait, so you're saying they weren't daring kids to use drugs? Hello? Hello? They hung up. They were probably on drugs.
Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
While Aaron is dreaming, he sees a vision of the intro scene where Tatiana is performing the ritual. Now, it goes down exactly as it did before, with one notable difference.
Our various slumber are dead. I command you, enter this amulet. I was wrong. I did it wrong.
I think I know what she did wrong. The correct words are klatu berata necto. Don't worry about it, a lot of first-timers make that mistake.
Klaatu, Barata, necktie, nectar, nickel.
The dream causes Aaron to wake up screaming, which in turn wakes his brother. Doug asks his brother what's wrong, and Aaron gives a brief explanation of his dream.
There was this nasty-looking guy, and Connie was there.
Okay, look, I know I made some jokes about drugs, but Aaron, why does your brother seriously look like a junkie right now? The red around the eyes, the pale skin, the sweats. Clear signs of withdrawal. What was he on? Capri Suns? Kool-Aid? Sunny D? It was Sunny D, wasn't it? They get you hooked, right? You guzzle both bottles back to back that your mom bought in front of your friends to impress them. Next thing you know, you're out on the streets giving handies to sailors for cash so you can feed your addiction. You know, so I've heard. Aaron's necklace starts sliding across the floor on its own. When Aaron goes after it, he discovers a hiding place at the base of one of the walls. Inside is a slightly burned school yearbook. Aaron finds 2 pictures of Tatiana inside. One has the name burned off, and the other says Laura Turner. Oh, Kiki, you got me with the old dead twin gag. Well played, madam. Well played.
Yeah, just right for a tale of terror.
While the boys are looking at the yearbook, a pedophile? Question mark? Appears in their room. The screaming alerts Aaron and Doug's parents, but when they arrive, the room is empty. Okay, look, regardless of whether this guy is the ghost or not, there's no convincing me he's not a pedo, okay? Just look at him. Obviously, the parents do not believe the kids, but the mom does at least notice that Doug is running a fever, though she sort of ignores the general signs of him slowly turning into one of the undead. They tell the boys to go to sleep, and after they leave, Aaron decides to take some precautions. Aaron, you dunce. What's a baseball bat gonna do to a perverted ghost? You know, I mean, other than excite him.
Giggity giggity.
The next day, Aaron approaches Connie at school asking to speak to her privately. He then asks her about Laura, which doesn't go well.
That's not funny.
I'm not trying to be funny.
Forget it.
Does this mean that they're not in love anymore? Damn it. Where's a magic typewriter when you need one? We cut to Doug at home in bed reading the book Ghosts. Just ghosts. Not to make it a big thing, but where the f*** did he get this book? I know he didn't go check it out at the library while looking like he's dying from consumption. Now look, one could make the argument that Aaron likes to tell ghost stories, so maybe they already owned it, but where do you buy an encyclopedia about ghosts just titled Ghosts? Hello, how can I help you today? I'd like a copy of Ghosts. Okay, which book about ghosts? Ghosts? Yes, but what's the name of the book? Just Ghosts. Who's the author? I don't know. I think it was a ghostwriter. How long you been sitting on that one? Like a month. Was it worth it? Totally. Doug learns that in his wacky bizarro universe, a poltergeist is a friendly ghost. Even he doesn't believe it.
Friendly spirits. Yeah, right.
He also learns about something called a Quicksilver, which is a teenage girl poltergeist known for leaving the letter Q wherever they haunt. Okay. I was going to say that sounds made up, and while yes, this is a work of fiction, so technically it's all made up, that sounds doubly made up. Alright, Ghosts by Kaylin Elizabeth Burrows. Let's see, Chapter 1. Chapter 1. Ghosts. No. You can't call it the same thing the book is called. A classification of ghost. Right, a type of ghost. So, poltergeist. No, not poltergeist. Poltergeist. We'll say it's a friendly ghost. That's a friendly ghost. Friendly ghost. All right. We'll start off with the P's. So P Q Q. Quicksilver. A child ghost. No, not a child ghost. What's in right now? Teenagers. Teens are real big right now. All right. Teenage girl ghost. So why is it called Quicksilver then? Oh, you know what? Because they're quick. They're very quick. And they've got like a silvery aura, you know? No, that's two on the nose. It's two on the nose. Let's scratch that out. They leave a Q wherever they haunt. Now that's perfect. As Doug is reading the passage, he sees a Q on the wall next to him and makes a break for it. Back at school, Aaron tells Connie that he lives in her old house and asks her what happened to Laura. She explains that Laura got sick and believed it was a ghost causing it. She says that no one believed Laura, so Laura got a book on magic and tried to stop the ghost herself. She says that no one knows what happened in that room except that it caught on fire. You see, this is why magic spells gotta modernize, okay? Sure, they used candles back in the day, but that's only because they didn't have any 40-watt bulbs lying around. At the very least, use those battery-operated candles with the fake flames. Ooh, I should sell a kit. We'll call it Occult for Kids. It'll save lives. Trust me.
You feel all right?
Back at home, Doug, who has moved into his brother's bed, wakes up wanting a drink of water. His glass is empty and he's determined not to get out of bed, but then this happens. What are you hiding from? That is service right there. If nothing else, this episode is giving me 1,000 great business ideas. Picture a haunted hotel, but each room comes with a personal, friendly poltergeist that acts as a sort of ghost butler. You need water? Boom. You need ice? Bam. You need turn-down service? Get ready for a show. I mean, that all sounds good, but I know people, okay? Someone will inevitably try to sleep with a ghost butler, and that is just a lawsuit waiting to happen. Forget the whole idea.
Figures.
Back at school, Aaron tells Connie about his dream and Laura telling him that she did the ritual wrong. He explains that his brother is now sick, and he needs Connie's help to finish what Laura started. At first, Connie doesn't want to hear it, but Aaron uses her guilt over Laura's death to convince her by saying,
Just do it!
This late in the episode, I'll bet you all thought it wasn't happening, but never fear. Since his first appearance, Shia is contractually obligated to appear in every review episode. Sure, he doesn't know that, but I do, and that's all that matters. Back at the house, Doug decides to drink his ghost water, but can't because an off-camera crew member starts shaking the dresser the glass is on. Also, am I the only one who thinks Doug looks like a young prince? Well, no wonder the ghost wants him so badly. That talent could make that ghost millions someday.
No, it can't.
Doug tries to flee the room, running into Aaron and Connie, who are there to try the ghost removal ritual. Fortunately, the boys' parents aren't home because their mom took one look at her dying son and was like, "I'm not catching that shit. I'll be out picking up your father from work." Seriously, if your child was that sickly and you were like, "Just sleep it off," you're a bad parent.
I'm sorry if this is mean.
Aaron and Connie have the book and implements that Laura used for her ritual. How did they get them? Well, Connie explains.
Mom didn't have the heart to throw them away.
That seems like a weird thing to keep, especially if you think it was responsible for your daughter's death. She was practicing magic, which led to the room catching fire. Let's hang on to this stuff. Anyway, I don't know where they were keeping it, but I'm guessing that Connie didn't ask permission to take it, because that would have been awkward. Hey, you remember that stuff that got Laura killed? Can I borrow it to try the same thing with this strange boy who lives in our old house?
Is there a problem?
They start the ritual, and just like before, the ghost shows up in a rather clunky transition. The ritual doesn't work, and the pedo ghost takes baby Prince, returning shortly for the other two. Connie and Aaron frantically try to figure out what went wrong, leading to...
A wand made of oak tied with silver will... This isn't silver, it's steel.
Take these silver wings and cast the spell again to set your brother free. Sorry. With the proper tools, the ritual works as intended and the pervy ghost gets sucked off into the crystal. There's got to be a better way to say that. Ah well. Doug returns from who knows where, acting like he just got off a roller coaster ride.
What a ride!
Laura's ghost then appears in a transition that is much smoother than when the evil ghost was doing it. Her and Connie share a touching moment using the classic split screen effect. Kiki ends the tale by saying that Doug got better and neither ghost was ever seen again. Gary ends the meeting and Tucker gives his father's flute another blow. What is going on today? Who wrote this script? Oh wait, that was me. Wow, this might be the only time I feel like there isn't a chance of their doused fire setting the forest ablaze after they leave. Good job, Tucker?
I didn't do it!
Now for the review. I am torn on this one. While I love the concept and thought the acting was solid, I feel the episode gets heavily shortchanged by the 22-minute runtime. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. Feature more two-part episodes.
This is not a good start, Mr. Johnston.
The settings were rather bland here. The haunted house wasn't used in any effective way, which, has less to do with the set dressing and more to do with how the scenes were lit and shot, but whatever. The school was fine, you can tell it was a real school, but again, it's just not used to its potential for a ghost story.
I don't want to hear this.
The story really gets done dirty by the show's short runtime and budget. There were so many facets of this concept that I think would have made things more compelling. Learning more about the evil spirit by having Aaron and Connie sort of follow Laura's investigation to uncover what she knew about the ghost. We could have had more interactions with the malevolent spirit to increase the tension, had a bigger ending where the kids get pulled into the spirit's dark realm to defeat it from there, maybe even with the aid of Laura's ghost.
I don't know what went wrong. We did everything the book says.
I feel like they attempted to have some scares here, but they were pretty mild. There were places for scares, but they were sometimes used for humor instead, like when Aaron is experiencing the ghostly happenings at school. I think the makeup on the evil ghost was done well, but he was always just so well lit and moving so slowly that I never found him intimidating. I don't think younger me would have found this episode scary either, but he would have learned an important lesson about not f***ing around with candles.
Sorry, pal, but I don't scare like you.
The acting in this episode was good. Once again, I find myself skipping the adult actors altogether since the parents never really had enough screen time to make an impact, nor did the evil spirit. Both Aaron and Doug had great brother energy. You could totally buy them as siblings. They both had good reactions to scary situations, though I would say that Aaron gets to stretch his acting chops a bit more when he has to soften up to convince Connie to help him. Connie, and since it's the same actress, Laura, are also great. Connie starts off sort of fun and flirty at school, but we get to see her range when her sister's brought up, and she dials it up even further at the end when she's reunited with her sister's ghost. I mean, it can't be easy acting opposite no one or just like a script supervisor standing off camera reading lines, but she nails it.
I'm sorry I didn't believe you.
Kiki, I went back and forth on this one. I'm going to say that the tale of the Quicksilver barely meets the approval of the Midnight Society, and that's mainly because I think that with a bit more time and money, this episode could have been truly great.
Back off.
I apologize that I didn't get to do the Midnight Society members poll on this episode. It's been a hectic month and I was just scrambling to get this video done in time, but rest assured it will be back for the next one.
I don't believe it. I can't.
What did you all think of Kiki's story? Did you see it as a kid? What would you do if you moved into a house with a pervy ghost living in your bedroom? Let me know in the comments below. Be sure to check out the next episode about the tale of the Crimson Clown. Until then, are you afraid of the dark?
It was my grandfather's. He was a pilot. It's his wings. They're silver.
Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like and a share. It really goes a long way to helping out the channel. Be sure to subscribe and click that bell icon to be notified when more Midnight Society episodes go up. Thanks, everybody.